Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 2 minutes to 9 on Saturday night at back with a few for tomorrow. I think it's the first time that we have 3 horses running tomorrow that won for us the last time they ran. And we've one more and a shout out for one that was running well for us the last time when it fell. An up and down sort of a day. A downside for me today was when I was diagnosed with MS in 2019. I came out of hospital, and the first things that was going through my head, being told I had MS, was the walk would go in time and wheelchair and all of that, and I would be no good at that. Not easy to drive a bus, I was thinking. So my neighbours' dogs, they used to be walked that much. So I decided I would walk them, and I walked them every night for most nights for 3 years. One of them was a boxer dog, and the other was a Cocker Spaniel, 2 delightful dogs, and they absolutely loved and enjoyed their walks. And they live right across the road from me. They'd be sitting at the gate looking across, and it was nice. I didn't feel like doing it or going over, and I had other things going on, but I'd feel guilty, and I feel guilty for the boxer, Caesar. But I walked him twice this week, Tuesday and Thursday, and I knew that he was slipping a little bit, but unfortunately he's no longer in it. There'll be no more walks. My neighbour rang me this morning around 11 o'clock. She was in bits on the phone, so I had to go over to her that poor old Caesar had kicked the bucket. They were at a wedding yesterday, and when he didn't get up this morning. So at least I got a good walk into him the other night, and we were in the house for a couple of hours late on Tuesday night, and we had the usual fun. But I knew the eyesight was going a little, and he was getting a bit of weakness on his back leg. But I didn't think he'd go that quick, but I knew that it was inevitable, but the boxers, they only lived till about 10 anyway. But the other one was very lonesome. I brought her for a walk there for an hour this evening, up to a neighbour's house and to a sister's house, she knows there's something wrong. Dogs are like that. So the horses, I didn't see a lot of the racing day. I seen some of them. We done all right in a few of them. I don't think we had any winner, but we sort of made a few pounds at the same time. Nathaniel Green was the first to go. They weren't too busy on him. I know that he finished 4th. Barradare ran well. They made their decision when they came out of the stalls that they were going to go following the high numbers, and lo and behold, what won it? I won in a low number. Was it in 2 or 4? Ran on to be 6th, and that drifted out to 8-1, and then late money came for it. And Lunar Sovereign, I thought she was going to come into the parade ring with only 2 legs or 2.5 legs, and not too busy on it, and went out to 33-1, and it finished 4th. It's definitely a race in that. Queen Amatou was 3rd as well. The biggest disappointment, no doubt, was Wise Guy. He wasn't a wise guy today for us, anyway. But I was only listening to it. I got a fella on the phone because I had my phone with me when I was in the house, and he put it on. I wasn't watching it. So I have to see it yet. I don't know something up. He's not as good as I thought he might be. Anyway, as I say, it's not that, but this. Tomorrow, Sunday. The horse here I've mentioned and put up twice, and it was pulled out both times on account of weather. Queen's Rock. Nicky Henderson, he's up and down sort of, but he had a winner there in the last hour. But this on good ground, 2 miles, 3.5 in Donny. Done it well. Noel Feely, they don't have the racing club, they don't have bad yokes in the yard. He's fairly shrewd, I'll tell you.
Progress Best to Challenge, so too Queen's Rock on the right. Those three touchdown together. Then came just behind them Nora the Explorer, who's come off the bridle, Latino Fling, and then Jersey Lady, and it's Queen's Rock, who's moved into a 2-length lead with ears pricked coming to the second last, and a great jump as well. Queen's Rock landed in front from Maid on the Moon, Latino Fling, Jersey Lady beginning to run on, Melina Jamila and Nora the Explorer have dropped away, but Queen's Rock is coming down to the final flight and is about 4 clear, maybe 5 as she reaches it. From in second place Maid on the Moon, over in third was Jersey Lady and Queen's Rock, and Nico de Boinville coming clear on the run-in and is moving away in really nice style here on a handicap debut in the colours of the Noel Feely Racing Syndicate and for trainer Nicky Henderson. Queen's Rock.
So hopefully the rain doesn't come tomorrow, that she'll get her own anyway tomorrow. It's a conditional jockeys race. Jack Hogan is riding it. That was her first run back after wind surgery, so obviously whatever had been the problem was rectified. There in the last 14 days, out of 13 rides, he has 3 winners in 2 seconds, so 23% strike rate, that's not too bad. So Hell Red is one there for Paul Nichols. It's coming back over hurdles and has been running over fences of late. And Master Debonair, Old Class, Sammy Bayer. You're hoping that might do the business tomorrow. Now, bus horses. We have one in Killarney. It's off first. Mayor's Hurdle. It's a listed one. A lot of money for Party Central. I think it opened up 7-4. And it was into 5-4 within minutes. On the ratings, that's 142. And a Benina 142. That won this race last year. I don't think she has won since. We got off to the Punchestown Festival off to a very good start with a horse called She Could Be Anything. Now, the ratings haven't increased. She was 128 going into that race. And she had been 135, I think, wasn't she? $135 when she was in England. But she won fairly decent the last day. She's a 6-1 shot. This is her in second place on the rails with the yellow sleeves.
Will need racing room, has just about got the split, then Walk with Paul and the Model Kingdom is creeping onto the heels of the leaders. 1 flight left to jump and it's still CL from She Could Be Anything who's coming to challenge. Right in behind them is the Model Kingdom who's now angled out, then Walk with Paul away from the final flight. Night and Day is keeping on the outside, but it's She Could Be Anything who's gone to the front. From the Model Kingdom still CL can't give any more, and then Walk with Paul, but it is She Could Be Anything, the first winner of the festival for returning Jordan Gateford and Gordon Elliott.
Let's hope She Could Be Anything. Jordan Gateford is injured, so Donna Myler is on her tomorrow. On the figures, like Party Central should be winning, Anna Benina should be second, and we should be third. So we're backing it each way in the hope that it has improved and that her confidence was given a boost. So at 6-1 there, we're not going to be losing anything if she's in even second or third. So we're up money anyone that back to the last day. So we're staying loyal as we do. We're going to Hamilton. We're staying loyal. We're on our buddy Spoof, who has won the last twice for us. And at nice prices too. Return 2-1 and 5-1 there. He ended up £5 for his last effort. And Billy Loughnane has taken off 3, so really it's only up 2.
And these is
sprinter in
Cabeza
form.
del Llave, and towards the rear Zero Carbon. It's up front La Roca del Fuego just from Spoof and Isle of Lismore. They are chased by Rambuso Creek beyond Eco driven along. Here comes Glamorous Breeze with a promising run now under Billy Locknane. Far side run. Cocktail is trying to stay on, but it's Spoof probably just in front far side. Down the near side Rambuso Creek. Fancy Master running on in the red noseband and cheek pieces, but Spoof is holding all comers. Spoof at the top of his game and goes on to win again. Tight second.
It's not easy when 3 in a row, and it's up against the Thin Blue Line that won the last time. Look at our old buddy here, Rock Melody, but gone back to 5 furlongs. We were hoping he'd be stepping up to 6. Remember the last year he was 5th of 5. That was at 6, and I was hoping he would do something, but the bigger field might help. But back at 5 furlongs, he needs 6 at least. And there's a horse there at a big price. We were on it when it won in Lingfield. La Hague. Last December. And then it was third. We backed it each way when it was behind Count Otto. The last day it didn't run great, but that's only a 4-year-old. Be interesting to see when it goes back up to 6. It's only 10 lifetime stars, 3 wins, 2 places, 4 on the turf, a first and a place. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow, with a view to it going at 6 furlongs. It's not. You look at Spoof, the horses that he bet hasn't done anything since. I always like to think that the horses that be second, Fantasy Master that ran today was no good, and Lip Sync was no good since. So he has had a nice break between races there. 3rd of May. What day is today? Oh, it's not just only 10 days ago. Hope it doesn't come too quick for him. So he actually was 5-1 yesterday. And he was 9-2 last night, 4-1 with William Hill there this morning. Opened up, he's gone short, opened up 7-2 with a lot of them. So the each way values or price is gone. So a win bet on him. And then another horse that won for us the last day in the Stairs handicap, Mr. Camacho. We were on him in Catterick, wasn't it? Catterick Bridge, isn't that what they call it? First win. There was a good gamble on him too. I can't remember what price we got him at. This is him on the right hand side.
Mr. Camacho is out on the right and now trying to join in as well, but Quercus Rover goes for home. They've got a furlong and a half to go. Immediately on the attack is Mr. Camacho though, and it's Mr. Camacho moving on from Quercus Rover. Well held back in behind them now, the 2 pace setters, Oasis Prince and Gift of Raj. But Mr. Camacho, I mean, what a way to get off the mark. It's taken him 14 goes, but is going to be heavily eased in the closing stages by Joanna Mason. Mr. Camacho, as easy as you like. Mr. Camacho canters home to beat into second position Quercus.
Don't you love to see them winning like that, when you can enjoy it besides biting the nails? He went up how many pounds did he go up? I think he went up 7. 7 wouldn't have stopped him that day. £7, yeah. Joe Mason is riding him again. Buckstead Reel. We were on him last year with Ian Williams, but he needs the run, I think. Where do we win on him? Wolverhampton, Jim Crowley, last August. Be interested to see. We'll just keep an eye on him tomorrow, see how he goes. Then we're on to just have a quick look at Killarney. There's an interesting first race, but it's hard to know. There's a reserve in it of for Willie Mullins, Jit Lange. It's coming from France. First time starter in this country. If he wasn't running tomorrow, Marlon Soldier had a great run behind what do you call it? Biker. Biker was third and Slattery's horse won it. This show came from France. That gust of wind that has ran since. Just have a quick look and see. He was second in this. Jazzy Matty was fifth in this.
His best years yet. Around the home turn they travel. It's a race in 5 with the first 2 clearing out. Gust of Wind has been in front from the start and is about to be joined on the near side by Jit Langley. There's about a length and a half to 2 lengths between them, with the leader still travelling strongly. In third is the News Trois, far side. Best years yet continues to stay on. Then came Jazzy Matty. Up and over they go from the last, and the leader is Gust of Wind. He still defies them. He's a couple lengths clear. Trying hard is Jit Langley, but it is going to be Gust of Wind. Gust of Wind throughout is going on to score. Gust of Wind first. Second home has gone to Jit Langley. Third in the race is Best Years Yet. They were...
Jazzy Matty was a good bit behind him. Gust of Wind went to Willie after that as well. Fifth, fourth behind Lossiemouth and Enjoyed the Dream. The Killarney National is on tomorrow. It's not the Ramillies is the top weight in it. O'Toole, Darrell Jacob is coming over for the one and only ride tomorrow as well in Killarney. That was second behind City Chief. But there was a way back to horse, or I know I did. I tipped it up. And it was going all right in Punchestown. It was moving into contention. And geez, he ploughed him into the fence. If you left him alone and let him he'd definitely been placed, I thought, that day. That wasn't that good handicap chase. Some headway from him, fell 3 out. I thought he was going all right. I meant to have it up to have a quick look at it, but we'll have a look at it yourselves. We might go on a retrieval mission there and back that each way tomorrow. Regan is up on him again. In the Bulger won it 3 times out of the last 6. He sends Birchdale and Midnight Maestro. They're not near as good as the horses that he won with. He won with a 4-1 favourite. Shady Operator won in 2021, 4-1 favourite, and Avernat won in 2017, and Cantlow. They were that Avernat was after running in the Fox Hunters Chase in Cheltenham at the time. Finished third or fourth, I think. But Willie has a few in it, all right. O'Toole is the fair one to have favourite. Second behind City Chief, and he beat Castle Rushen in January. So he has 2 chase runs and 1 win. He's a half brother to Pride of Pimberley as well, and there was another one there too, wasn't great. A half brother, they got all hands on deck. So that's about it. We'll see, can we make a pound tomorrow? Finish off the week if we can with a very decent old week. Not too bad, like, you know, that we're not making millions, but we're not losing much either. We're not losing any. Bash the bookies, over and out. Enjoy your Saturday night. I think Frankie got beaten earlier, did he, in the Man of War? Someone sent me a text. I didn't see it yet. I think he was odds on. A quiet flight across the Atlantic. Bash the bookies over and out.